Hi, and welcome to Sunday Segue, coming to you straight out of the UK, and boy, what a show we have for you tonight. Let's get things started. Tonight's contest will be a triple threat match. Introducing first, coming to you live from Newport, Wales, weighing 161 pounds, the technical and sound engineer, Sugar, Miguel M. Sugar, Shoot! Next up, we have a man, Bristol born and bred, with countless hours of ring experience, weighing in at 175 pounds, our wrestling wrestler, the human highlight reel, E2J! And now, the moment you've all been waiting for, the man of the hour, too sweet to be sour, the No Twitter fan coming to you straight out of Bristol, England, weighing in at 168 pounds, your host, Guinea Killer!
Hello everyone and welcome to the Sunday Segue Wrestling Podcast. It's episode 10. It's Sunday. You know who he is. It's the man of the hour, too sweet to be sour, the one man, no Twitter fan, Guinea Killer, and you know I'm always kicking it with the gal them Sugar, Shugs.
Yo.
And don't you ever forget the human highlight reel himself, Mr. E2J.
Hey, yo. What's good?
Hey,
What's good?
yo. It's all good, it's all good. I'm feeling a little bit gassed. It's episode 10. It's a little bit of a milestone here now. So I'm going to say this. When we get to episode 50, that's when we get to episode 50, I might have to bust a little song. I might have to start singing Cool and the Gang Celebration. Might just have to just do that. You know, just get a little bit gassed up out there for everyone else. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I do represent. You guys okay?
All good, man. All good.
Yeah, man, I got my mate in Jew. I got a bit of a bad belly. I've had a few the squirts, but I think I'll make it through the show.
Oh my God, that shooty ass, man. That's what you got. Shooty ass is deadly. Oh God. Okay, people, let's go into our intro. So, as always, people, follow us on Twitter. That's at Sunday Segue. Segue spelled S-E-G-U-E. Want to give a little shout out to Across the Pond Wrestling. You know, they just started following us, so just got to give you a little shout out there. You can also reach our blog, the Sunday Segue, .blogspot.co.uk. You can watch all our old episodes on YouTube. You could email us, that's sundaysegue@gmail.com. You could also listen to our episodes on Podomatic and download the Double Twist Player and make sure you subscribe to our podcast on the Double Twist Player. It's been an eventful week, so let's get into the deadly dirt sheet. The dirt sheet! So, Kofi Kingston is out for 4 to 8 weeks with a shoulder injury. Shugs, what do you think about that? Ryback effed him up on Smackdown. So, yeah, he's out for surgery now.
Yeah, so obviously if they knew he was going to be going out and if he needed surgery, I think it's a good way to put him out, get Ryback to just destroy him. Obviously, if you've seen Smackdown, he got powerbombed through a table 3 times.
And that was intense, man.
Yeah,
that was crazy.
It was pretty horrible. Like, the first one was just like a standard powerbomb, and then just like the next 2, Ryback was like catching him like up round under the arms and just like throwing his neck through the table. So how he's supposed to have got a shoulder injury, or what was the injury? Elbow?
It was a shoulder injury, elbow, shoulder, something.
Yeah, I'm surprised he haven't got a broken neck, to be honest, because Ryback wasn't really like taking care of him. He was just dashing him through the tables.
And it's like busting him up like it's a nursery rhyme, head, shoulders, knees, and toes. Like,
exactly.
And just getting dealt with, like.
But the thing is, like, the crowd were cheering. He put him through the first table, and the crowd were like, one more time, and then again they were cheering one more time. So they just like bust up Kofi, like, we don't care about this guy, just dash him through again.
That's cold, man. That's harsh. Like, Kofi's been doing all right lately, and now man got dealt with, man. Sorry, Kofi.
And when he's up in the air, and JBL's like, he's got a kid. He's a dad.
Yeah. Oh my God.
So like JBL was like selling the hell out of it, and he's just like, no, don't do it. He's a father.
Yeah, he just got jackknifed 3 times anyway.
Oh gosh, that's cold, man. Kofi, first you had your dreads ripped out by Cesaro, now man is getting triple powerbomb, man. Oh god, man, I can't even say nothing. That's just cold. Okay. Next news, there was a massive scrap on Raw this week. E2J, I know you've seen that. I don't know if you've seen the videos on YouTube, but yo, all I gotta say is there's this group of people must have been down in the front row. Security, they must be making noise. Must have been abusing couples down there. The parents weren't having it, and then all of a sudden, the security guard come down. One of the guys just thought, you know what? I'm gonna punch you in your face. Punch the security guard in his face. All hell broke loose. Security guards just dealt with all three of them. Just got drag up, thump up, everything. Did you see this, E2J?
Yeah, I ain't checked the YouTube videos yet, though. That's still on the cards. I need to do that. I need to see all that stuff, because usually I'm on top of this. But, yeah, kick his ass, Seabass.
Kick his ass, Seabass! Yeah. Kick his ass, Seabass. Oh, my God. You know what? You just made my day with that comment.
Is that one man?
Dumb and dumber. Oh, my God. Okay, man, just got me off train of thought. I just want to keep laughing. All right, let's get on it. Professionalism. The next piece of news, there's backstage heat on Mark Henry, Shugs. It looks like they had a big plan, storyline for Mark Henry set out. He was going to get a massive push, and all of a sudden Mark Henry comes and says, listen, I need a break because I need to heal up from some injuries. Now, WWE are saying, yeah, like the next man, they always tell them, if you need to heal up, just let us know. But I think they're pissed because they had something, going for him. Do you reckon this will mess up his, his return?
I don't think so. I think there may be a bit of heat on him, because if they've got a storyline written out for him and they've already had to probably change a lot of things with Ziggler and stuff. So apparently he was going to be feuding with Big E up until SummerSlam. So they probably would have done like some more feats of strength and like who's the strongest and stuff like that. And I think it would have been a good rub for Big E as well, feuding with Mark Henry. But like, I think obviously all the injuries he's had, I think he knows his body better than anyone else. So he doesn't feel like he's ready to go. And he's probably gone through and wrestled through a lot of injuries already. And he hasn't really got the time to be wrestling when he's not 100%. So he knows his body better than them. They may be pissed, but in the long run, how many years has Mark Henry got left? And if he wants one last run, he wants to make sure it's going to, last. Not 2 months in, he has to go out and he has to rest up because he needs surgery and he didn't rest like at the beginning.
Yeah.
So maybe it's preemptive,
I mean, they got to protect their guys, and if he's saying that he needs time out, you're right. He needs to have time out. You can't be coming off like Shawn Michaels. I lost my smile and shit. Like, you know what I'm saying, man? You got to take your time off and come back strong. Just come back like a beast. And why is that E2J? Because that's what he does.
That's what we do.
That's what we do. All right, guys. It's the end of the Deadly Dirt Sheet. We're gonna go straight into Raw. Segment 1 is the Cena Ryback Heyman promo. More Cena shit. Cena, oh Lord of mercy, dude, you're just doing it to me every week, just coming out with your lame ass openings. Like, just shut up, man, for once. just allow it. Like, just allow it. Just allow it. You're hurting me, man. You're hurting me. I'm trying not to take it personally, but you're hurting me now. Shugs, did you like the new stipulation for this, for this match, the 3 Stages of Hell match?
I like the stipulation, but like like us guys were speaking in the week in our WhatsApp group, and we were just saying that that's not really hell, is it? A lumberjack match is not really a stage of hell.
He's a lumberjack and he's okay. He sleeps all night and he works all day.
I cut down trees, I skip and jump. I like to press wildflowers. I put on women's clothing and hang around in bars.
It's like a lukewarm stage, or, like we said, a Chinese burn stage. It's not doing anything for me. Lumberjack match is like one of the worst. When have you seen a good lumberjack match?
Never.
You two guys have seen a lot more wrestling than I have. When have you seen a good lumberjack match? Or what lumberjack match sticks out in your memory as doing anything?
Nothing.
Nothing.
Like, nothing.
Nothing. I can't remember. Obviously, a tables match. I can remember plenty of good tables match, so that'll be good. And then an ambulance match is always interesting, you know, because they put them on the stretcher and they've got to wheel them in and stuff, and people get off and you can have interference. So, but not the lumberjack match. I think the lumberjack match has spoiled it for me. I would have been more interested.
Got to be a spotted rider. Got to be a spotted rider or something to get involved. I think with that, there's got to be some hidden PG spot in there so that Cena can get something over.
Yeah, and the way he said about, I'm going to win the first 2 stages and then I'm going to put him in the ambulance anyway. I'm just like, Cena, man, just shut up, like, just shut up.
Stop gassing it, man. Stop begging it, fam. You know, we're not dumb. We know you're not going to win the first 2 falls, blood. Whenever have you seen a 3 stages of hell match, or 2 out of 3 falls? When the hell have you ever seen it go? Someone wins 2 in a row. Never, because they have to prolong that match, man. So stop trying to make us look dumb, blood. All right, with you. E2J. After last week, you know, were they right to bring out Axel, you know, after, you know, he's obviously beaten Triple H, so was it the right thing to do to bring out Axel in, you know, in that whole angle?
Just seemed a bit like rushed, because I didn't like that Ryback walked off and then, next person out to talk to Cena. It was like, I don't know, like, straight away if it worked well like that. I mean, usually having one person out and then someone coming out like straight away, it's like Cena just waited there. Do you know what I mean? He just waited, like he was expecting like next few. I knew they come out fast, but yeah, the Ryback thing. I think they could have restructured it, but I like the whole Heyman. I won't say McGillicuddy, Axel. I like that. I like what's going on. I think it would have been better if maybe Heyman came out in the ring again, and they just keep, instead of obviously you get the Sarky Cena in the ring. I think if Heyman came out with Axel and they did a bit more talking and built it that way, it would have been better. But overall, you just got to go with it, man. He's on the roster now. You've got to just hope for the best, haven't you?
Yeah. Shugs, what do you think of Axel on the mic?
I thought he was better on Raw this week, but obviously he'd already done 1 Raw, 1 Smackdown last week, and then this is like his 3rd one. So I think it was better. His delivery is okay. You know, he's not really shaped, you know, he's not really amped up. He's just like giving his lines. And I think, like at the moment, I haven't really made up my mind, but I haven't decided that he's shit and I'm not going to be interested in him. So at the moment, after like a week in, I'm still undecided, which is a good thing, I suppose.
Yeah.
And his in-ring stuff hasn't been bad at all, really.
Yeah.
So, you know, he's getting his push on the back of him being a good wrestler. So then he just needs the rest of the stuff to go with it. He needs us to be interested in him. Because like we know, like being a good wrestler doesn't mean anything. You need to be able to be good on the mic. Or you need to be able to be not good on the mic and have a good manager. So they're trying to cover all their bases, really. Because Lesnar's the worst on the mic there ever was. But, you know, look.
Don't need it, does he?
Don't need exactly. Heyman does his speaking.
Yeah.
So there you
know,
go.
Said like a true pro. But don't you think, like, if you give Axel a dog, yeah, and some rundown clothes, but he looks like a tramp in the subway in town, blood. Look at his beard. Look at his beard.
Mate,
that's his granddad's beard, isn't it? That's his
beard,
granddad's beard.
Beard equals heel, mate. Beard equals heel. Apart from
Granddad,
Daniel
yeah.
Bryan.
E2J, he looks, I don't give a damn what anyone says, he looks more like his granddad than he does his dad.
I don't know, man. If you shave off that beard, then I reckon he looks like his dad. Obviously, if he had Ziggler's hair, but it looks like a mix of both of them. I know what you're saying. He does look just like him. And I just want to add, obviously, when Bret Hart was speaking to him backstage, I thought, like, do you know what? He could actually get swayed here. Obviously, still, he gave a good heel comeback, because obviously he ain't just doing it because he wants to be a bad guy. He's doing it because no one gave him that chance apart from Paul Heyman. So I like how they built that backstage. But it also, obviously, you had the good guy Bret coming over, look, get away from Paul Heyman. And you saw Axel think about it. So I like how they left it open. That like obviously he's new to this, he's a bad guy at the moment, but hey, further on down the line, do you know what I mean?
That's like the way where Brett tried to touch his arm and he just looking at the arm like, yo, don't touch me.
You see what I did to Triple H on Raw? Bret Hart just that's two jokes.
Okay, let's go to segment 2. Biggie Langston versus Del Rio again. E2J, what did you think of the match?
I thought it was a good match, and in ring, can't really knock these guys. Biggie and Del Rio, I still think they got a little way to go career-wise, but I mean, everyone has, do you know what I mean? A lot of the best stuff comes out in wrestlers, like, in their later years, as we know. But yeah, like, I thought it was a good match. Obviously, apart from, it's the same match again, I thought it was a good match. It added something to this because of the finish. I thought that was clever with the turnbuckle and AJ, and then I thought we were going to see Big East, like, maybe get pissed, you know what I mean? Like, I've had enough of this. But it wasn't. It was the other way around. It was AJ, almost, and you could tell he was getting a bit sick of it, but it just left it open, didn't it? It just left it open that maybe there is something going on between these two. And like we said for the past couple of weeks about Big E and Ziggler going at it. So...
Well, that's the thing. Like, I was just going to go straight into that for sure. It's like, you know, are they teasing a babyface turn with the way it ended?
I think they are, man.
I think that if you listen, especially if you listen to commentary, the commentary, I think, you know, it gives you a lot, because what JBL was saying is exactly what people have been saying they're going to do. So they're going to try and turn him, and he's going to be feuding with Ziggler, because... JBL saying, well, Big E's already beat Del Rio, so he's going to start thinking, why can't I be champ? Why can't I be I've beat the number one contender, so I should be number one contender. You know, and that's JB actually said that. You know, he thinks Big E could be number one contender, and then obviously this is a bit of a turn, a bit of a beef with AJ. So, and the crowd were cheering as well. When he walked off and left AJ, the crowd were cheering. So
I mean, that's a good starter, isn't it, to a storyline? The fact that he's saying, "I bet I beat the number one contender." Where's my shot?
Exactly.
Perfect.
If you beat the number one contender, what does that make you? You know.
There you go. And this is the reason why we always get them random Intercontinental Championship matches. Oh, I beat you in a non-title match, so I deserve a title match. Like, you know. Anyway, let's go on to segment 3. Daniel Bryan and Kane. Team Hell No backstage. Oh, man, you just got to love these two. More gold from them backstage, man. These guys are so good together. Shugs, did Bret Hart add anything to this segment?
Yeah. I thought it's just funny seeing Bret Hart, you know? It's like Bret Hart Appreciation Night, and he comes dressed like an absolute tramp. Like a tramp.
You commented on this before, innit? Like about
mate, it's just like once you get to the Hall of Fame, that's it. It's just like, fuck this, I just wear what I want. Is that what it is? Because obviously we're gonna see another Hall of Famer later in the night, and this guy looks worse.
Oh man, I was just about to send that picture to you guys.
You know,
I got a screen cap of this now. I was just about to send that to the group.
This and it's just like on another podcast I was listening to, they said that he was talking, Daniel Bryan was talking to an old Native American woman backstage, and that's what he looks like. Just he's got the white hair, it's just like his shoulder length white hair, and he's just like, and he just looks like an old Native American woman, just wandering around backstage.
That's too much.
But yeah, I thought it was good the way that like Kane said it, and then Bret Hart said the exact same thing, and he's like, well, why are you listening to him? And he's just like, yeah, because he's Bret Hart, and you're just Kane. Like, I thought that was joke, but like you said, it's every time it's just gold, you know. Team Hell No.
E2J, when they break up, because we know they are eventually going to break up, you know, which one of them turns heel and which one of them turns face?
I think you gotta have Bryan going face this time, because he's a super over face. This is what people have been wanting. He can still be his character. He doesn't have to be. You don't have to be face like Cena face. He can still be like like winding people up, but he's going to be face. He's going to be the one that the crowd are cheering for, like now. Do you know what I mean? I wouldn't even say he's like fully face now. I mean, they are a face team, but he's not. I wouldn't say he hasn't turned face. The fans have just liked Team Hell No. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's the way they've booked it. I think he needs to stay that way so that he can actually have that Austin personality. We always go about this. Do you know what I mean? He can jump people. He can take people out. But at the end of the day, the fans have decided, look, this guy, Daniel Bryan, we like him. I mean, who doesn't like Bryan? And think of the matches, like the possibilities down, like the pairings that he can have matches with later on down the road. I think he's going to be the one that's going to go face. I mean, you can have Kane go heel easily because it's Kane, isn't it? It's the same thing though. You're going to have those people that always like Kane because he was always like pretty much heel. Do you know what I mean? So I think it would have to be Kane. I think in this Kane, I got to go with Kane going heel, man, because Bryan's just too over, and I want to see Punk versus Bryan headlining later on down the road.
Yeah, I would love to see that, properly this time.
I think Punk would be a better heel against the Bryan thing, so that's why I got to go with Bryan.
Okay.
I've already read a few times there's going to be Punk's going to win Money in the Bank and then cash in on Cena on the same night. That's what the Dirtsheets are saying.
Yeah.
That's what I read this week.
That would be sick. How sick would that be?
If he does it all in the same night, it'd be good because, like, obviously Cena cashed it in last time, and it was just a waste because he didn't want to do on Raw 1000, and then Ziggler had his for seemed like forever. So if he won it and cashed it in on the same night, I think that would be good. Yeah.
Yeah, that would be nuts. That would be sick.
Is that
just like when Kane won it and he just came up, right? Yeah, it is. That's right. Yeah, it is.
Okay.
Okay, right. Let's go into segment 4. Dean Ambrose, the United States champion, versus Kofi Kingston. What can I say, man? Another pay-per-view match, don't you think, E2J?
These guys, man, like, obviously we know what happened to Kofi on SmackDown, but you've got to rate Kofi. Like, I ain't even got to say anything about Dean Ambrose because everyone's just, he hasn't done anything wrong yet. He's just going from strength to strength, but you got to put it out there for Kofi as well because he sells that finisher so good, man. He sells that amazing. But yeah, phenomenal in the ring, these two. I can just watch that. I've watched this match like 3 times already. Just obviously the Team Hell No match as well. That was, but these guys in the ring just it's too good. Especially like Duck in the Trouble in Paradise doing that roll to the outside. I just think ring psychology. These two, they got it. They can keep it fast paced and then they know how to slow it down and break it down right. They got it. I just can't wait to see more, man.
I'm with you on that, brother. Shugs, with the pay-per-view style matches happening on Raw at the moment with the Shield, does this need to happen like more regularly on Raw for us to be able to watch it more, on a 3 hours? Because 3 hours is a long time, and obviously we watch it on record, so we fast forward for it and stuff. But with these pay-per-view kind of style matches, would people look forward to it a lot more if this was happening more regularly?
I just think that, we're stuck with 3 hours. I can see them going back. They're probably making a lot of money from the advertising, that extra hour. So I think we're stuck with 3 matches. So I just think that this is the way it's going to be from now on. So we take our 2 good matches and the rest of shit, and we just have to like it. But it's just I think it's just the nature of the Shield. And if you think about it, obviously people were unsure on Reigns and Rollins and wanted to see Ambrose, but every time all 3 of them in a match is a good match. When I can't remember the last time any of the Shield were in a bad match, really. And they don't really have squash matches either. They have matches. They have wrestling matches. So since they stopped doing the 3-man power bombs and just coming out of the crowd and attacking, and since they actually started wrestling, every single match they have is a quality match. So but I think the wrestling has been quite good on all of the shows. There's at least one good quality match. Smackdown, even our main event. I haven't watched main event for a while, but from what I've been reading, there's always seems to be a quality match. And especially on Raw, the last few weeks they've been good fights, And on NXT as well, NXT you're getting good matches. So I think the quality of the wrestling has been quite good. It's just the storylines to go around them are not always the best. And it seems the higher up the card you go, the worse it gets.
Standard, because right now they're kind of like losing out stuff for Cena. They don't even know what the hell they're going to be doing after Ryback. But I mean, if you total up in a week how much ring time these guys get, I mean, every week on Raw these guys get a match that's about 20. It goes through 2 commercial breaks. That says it all. Like, you know what I mean? They get like 20 minutes a match. Like, it's nuts. And this is for you, Shugs. All I wrote down was, oh my God, the finisher. Every week. Oh my God. Dude, every week I see this thing and I'm just thinking, yo, what is it called?
Well, I don't know.
What is it called?
I don't know, because he just screams, he shouts out justice, and then he just hits it. But I don't know what the exact name is. I don't think it's been named yet, because they would have told us.
What's it called on Fire Pro?
Oh, mate, I don't know. That game is just too deep. You can't just look on there and know what a move is called. You have like 4 hours. No,
you can. If you go in his name, it says what is critical, isn't it? What they call it.
I don't know, man. I'll have to have a look.
Is the actual move on Fire Pro, though? Is it just like something they fitted in there so that it works?
I don't know.
Front DDT, and it's like a reverse front DDT.
Yeah.
But I don't know, it's not a bulldog, but it's like a front DDT. But I don't know, like what the name is. I haven't seen anyone do it before until him, man.
It's weird. It's confusing. You say it's a reverse front DDT. That just sounds so okay.
On Fire Pro Wrestling, it's called Hook and Ladder.
Hook and Ladder.
Hook and Ladder. That's what they've named this critical as.
Okay. Oh yeah, he's probably not called that then, isn't it? All right. Well, this match led straight up to segment 5, which is Team Hell No versus the rest of the Shield, the tag team champions.
Believe in the Shield.
E2J, what did you think of the match, brother?
Wait, I got this in. Chicken Wing Facebuster.
Chicken Wing Facebuster?
Yeah.
What is that what it's called?
that's Hook and Ladder, but yeah, Chicken Wing Facebuster. That's what it's another name.
Okay.
A Chicken Wing Facebuster. As soon as Kinney had chicken wings, that was it. He was sold.
You know me all too well, Sugar. You know me all too well, man. Finger licking good.
You go for dinner with Sergio Garcia.
Listen, I wouldn't feel abused if man said that to me. I'd be like, blood, I'm coming around for some chicken. I'm coming around for some chicken, Garcia.
If you had beef and he's like, I'll invite you round for rice and peas, you wouldn't be. You'd just be like, oh yeah, thanks.
Yeah, I'll be like, yo, thanks, blood. Come, let's bury the hatchet. Give me some rice and peas, bro. Like, I'll be in that. You know me. No messing about. I'll be. Hey, don't get me started, Garcia. One love, Garcia. One love. Yeah, sorry. So, ETJ, what did you think of the match? Hell No versus Shield.
Oh man, you can't knock this match again. I was just glued to this. I was like, yeah, in ring, what's there not to like about this matchup? It was just, I mean, it came back from the break and it had already started, I think. But yeah, the finish was good as well. They were doing some big moves. It was just all out action. Brian was going nuts. The fans were behind him. The kicks that he's doing, the stuff that he's pulling off, but all of them, like Reigns as well. Reigns just impressed me. Like I can't knock Ambrose, but I can't decide who I like most out of the Shield. They've done that to me. Do you know what I mean? I thought it would be like, oh yeah, it's going to be Ambrose, but then you see Reigns doing some of the stuff. You see Rollins, and it's just like I can't decide who's my favorite now. It's like the Shield's my favorite. Do you know what I mean? Like obviously Shugs, but is like best wrestler of the week, wasn't it? It's the Shield. 2 weeks in a row, wasn't it?
2 weeks.
But yeah, man, it's just. The Shield are my favourite wrestler at the moment, I think, so...
Have you seen the picture of Roman Reigns and The Rock?
Yeah.
He gave him a shout out on his birthday, and they're just, like, showing off their ink. And it was just like... Yeah, that would be a good feud. The Rock against Roman Reigns.
So they're Relos, ain't they? They're Relos, isn't it?
Cousins, yeah.
But yeah, match overall is just crazy. I mean, these two, obviously, they're without their leader, and they're still pulling off sick matches. Finish was amazing. Yeah, I can't knock it, man. I want to see more of this. And it's been a good feud as well. I like seeing Team Hell No against the Shield. I know it's obviously we've seen it quite a lot, but look, I'm not complaining about these matches. I think there needs to be like something else added to it just to give it a bit of spice now, because obviously we've seen it quite a lot. But as long as they're pulling off these good matches, I'm going to be happy, man. It's going to make me forget about the bullshit and all the crap that I ain't too happy on. So might have some more positive reviews from E2J if they keep up the wrestling.
Yeah, they should just kidnap Daniel Bryan, blood. Just string him up.
That'd be amazing.
String him up, make Kane try and look for him like, Daniel, where are you? And then the old Kane comes back, then Kane just starts going on mad, blood. Like, he just starts wilding out, and then the old Kane comes back, and that's how the split starts, because they can't change him back. Done. Speaking of Daniel Bryan, Shugs, do you think that the new aggressive kind of side of Daniel Bryan like, adds a bit more depth to his character? Because he's already funny, but, do you think that aggressive side kind of changes his character a bit?
Yeah, I think it's good because he's like, when he's in the ring, he's just like 100 miles an hour. He's just like bam, bam. And he does everything just looks like it's just got so much like impact. And when he does the drop kick in the corner and he's just like kicking people in the face, and he does that thing where he goes across the two rings and does the flying clothesline. I just think it's great. And the kicks, the crowd are so into the kicks. And he just looks like he's busting people up when he's doing those kicks, like right across the chest. And I think it's just much better. But it's just like Daniel Bryan, he can wrestle anyone and he can do anything. He had a great feud with Mark Henry. He had a great feud with Big Show. He's had great matches with CM Punk. Every time they wrestle, as hell no, everyone they wrestle, he's really good. So he's shown that he can wrestle with anyone. So I just think, that at the moment he doesn't need a title, but it can't be that long before he's, like a main event right up there, because he's got a great character as well.
Yeah. These technical wrestlers have always been over as well. If you look, Bret Hart, Chris Benoit, and Kurt Angle, all three of them, phenomenal in the ring, and they were just over. And I mean, look at Bryan. He's the closest thing to any of them. I mean, at the moment,
he's got as much personality, I would say, as like Kurt Angle. Because I think that's the one thing with Kurt Angle. I don't think they realised how much personality he had and how clever he was as a character. And then once he was over, his ring ability was amazing, but his character, his like timing and everything else, and he could just keep that straight face on everything, shot everything so straight, and he was good. And I think that Daniel Bryan's the same,
Yeah, they know how to tell a story.
Yeah, he's so straight though as well. He's so deadpan, and he's just like, he's a believable character,
I caught him a couple of times looking like he's going to start laughing, though. I've caught him a couple of times.
Have you seen the one where they do the thing with Teddy Long, and then Teddy Long trips over on the way off, and they're just killing it? I think it was on the JBL and Cole show, and they do something with Teddy Long, and he walks off and just trips over, and they are just absolutely killing it, and Teddy's just on the floor.
You need to check out old promo, Pro Wrestling Guerrilla, Daniel Bryan and Paul London. That promo.
I've seen it. I've seen that. Yeah, I've seen that. They go in. I've seen that. I've seen that. You need to check that out, Shugs. Links. I'll put the links up.
All right, cool.
Okay. Segment 6. Wade Barrett versus Fandango. The Miz, a special guest referee. Summer Rae comes out looking stiff again, looking like she's wearing like a 5-year-old's belly top. Like, what's wrong with you? Summer Rae looking stiff as usual. God damn it. E2J, what did you think about the ending of this match?
It's hard because the booking ain't good here. Because you're booking. I mean, obviously it builds the feud with like Miz and Wade Barrett, but like I don't really know. It was kind of like the Miz was getting over. Obviously, they're trying to get the Miz over again. He had a new T-shirt on, didn't he? Like saying "haters wanted" or something like that. The end of the match, it was interesting, but I just don't like seeing the IC title getting beat. He needs to be dominant, especially now he's got his boom down. He's got that down to a T of the music and everything. He got the new music, and he's losing. What's going on? The title just don't mean nothing. It's that title. I don't know, like, I don't want to see him get rid of the world title, but that IC title, they need to be booking the IC title strong. End of the match, he got him with the skull-crushing finale, didn't he? And then, obviously, Fandango got the win. And, obviously, he was dancing after, and then, But, I don't know, the two guys there I think you really wanted to be pushing most is, obviously, Fandango and Barrett. but it seems like they just really gave the nod to the Miz that to try and get him over. Fandango can kind of, he can lose. I suppose he can lose now because he's supposedly heel. Obviously, he's a bad guy. But I just don't know if they're doing. I have to wait and see, man, because I don't know if they're how this is going to pan out. I just hope they haven't dropped the ball on it.
See, this is the thing, because the whole Wade Barrett thing is pissing me off, because as he's losing, he's actually getting better, like in terms of his, how vocal he is and his numbers and stuff. So it's annoying me because he's actually getting sick, and he needs to be pushed up into that point where he was before he bust his arm, because I would love him as a world champion. I would love him because he would be sick. And but leading on to this, Shugs, do you see a triple threat match coming out of this at Payback?
Yeah, I think that's the way we're going. It's definitely, especially with Miz attacking Fandango after the match.
Mm-hmm.
So Miz did that, and Summer Rae took the worst bump as she fell forward and then sort of threw herself onto Fandango. That was just terrible. So and then the Miz came in as if she beat Fandango. So I think obviously Jericho, he's not going to be dealing with Fandango no more. We're going to get to that later. So I just think Miz, Barrett, Fandango triple threat match Payback, and I think Fandango was going to win.
Wow! Oh, wow! Okay, well, guys, make sure you tune into our prediction show, because that's when you will get our predictions and we'll see what won.
I think a Miz Fandango feud would be good. Because nobody's interested in the Miz, and Fandango needs someone. If he's a heel, he needs a baby face, and I suppose Miz is just there really. So I think it'd be a good feud.
I'd prefer to see a Fandango and Barrett feud, with Barrett being serious and you getting all the Goldust stuff from Fandango over Barrett trying to be serious. I'd rather see that. But yeah, I think you're right in what you're saying.
I agree with Ed. I think that I would rather see Barrett against Fandango, because Barrett just plays everything straight. He's just like an old-fashioned heel, and he's just like, what are you doing? Like when they had the tag team match, he was just disgusted with him. But I think we'll get Miz. Or if this is a three-way feud, if it lasts a couple of weeks, then that would be good, keeping them all involved. But I think they need to find something to do with the Miz. He's not a face.
No, turn him back.
He's too annoying to be a face.
So, segment 7, we saw tons of funk. The Great Khali versus 3MB, the 3 megabytes. Shugs, what did you think of Khali singing?
You ready?
You ready? Is that
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
Mate, I love Khali. But
man, I know you know that Hindi. You know that Hindi. So what?
Well, the Great Khali soundboard. If you listen to any of that and you hear him doing his Hacksaw Jim Duggan impression, it's just that was just comedy gold. But I'd rather him be in Detective Khali than him singing. I think they're taking the piss out of him a bit too much, to be honest, because we know he can sing, and every time he picks up the mic, they're ripping on him. So I just thought, although it was funny, I'd rather him be doing backstage bits rather than out the front just embarrassing himself.
Yeah. JBL and Lawler were going in on Khali. They were like, happy birthday. They were going in. I loved it. And did any of you see when Tensai got blanked?
Yeah, when he went to reach for the mic.
Yeah. Man was like, yo, put your hand down, fam. Yeah.
It looked like the oddities in the ring, though, didn't it? That's what it looked like.
With Great Khali paying Kurgan.
Yeah.
Okay, segment 8. So the highlight reel with Paul Heyman, Chris Jericho.
Let's go, Jerry. Let's go.
E2J, did you see this match coming? The Jericho and CM Punk. Did you see it coming at all?
I didn't see it coming, but it's a safe bet. It's always gonna draw interest with Punk and Jericho in the ring, because that unless Jericho comes back and did what he did, starts trolling people and actually being heel, dissing Punk's family and that sort of thing, he can easily be a heel, because Punk's big enough when he's face to have the crowd backing him. So these guys are two guys that you can, whichever role they're playing, heel or face, you're going to have the crowd behind the face and you're going to have the crowd behind the heel either way. it's two guys to obviously run with, but I just didn't see this match coming because obviously they've had the match before. So, but it's going to be good wrestling. I'm just interested to see what the angle is going to be with CM Punk, what they're going to play with that. Do you know what I mean? Did he just go away, or obviously we knew he had surgery and he was a bit banged up and he needs some time off. But what are they going to play in WWE? Are they going to go with that, or are they going to add something into it? Do you know what I mean? I thought it was good that Jericho come out and just like, I want to know where your client is, and then obviously start talking about Brock Lesnar. It makes people forget about Brock Lesnar because obviously he's done with his contract. Well, not what's his contract saying? He's got.
Nah, he signed another one. He's got another 2 years, bro.
Yeah, I know he's got another 2 years, but like, what are his dates saying? Is he got time off now? When's he next?
Yeah, he's got time off now. He's got time off. He'll probably be back at SummerSlam.
Yeah, so it takes the focus off of Lesnar. You've got the focus back on Punk now. Now he's due to come back. Don't forget about Lesnar because we want to know what Punk's up to. So in that respect, yeah, I think it's good. I didn't expect it though. I didn't expect Jericho to come out and ask about Punk, and I didn't expect the match to get set up. So yeah, just have to wait and see.
Shugs, could they have done Punk's return a lot better, right? Rather than just, here you go, highlight reel, what's your client doing? Oh, I want to face him because I'm the best in the world. Could they have done something, like, could they afford to bypass Chicago, or could they have him just like, say, doing something else, come back maybe and interrupt the Cena Ryback match?
Yeah, or like, he could be like announced as a participant in Money in the Bank or something like that. I think because he's in Chicago, they feel like they have to use him. I would have, he's only been off 6 weeks, and for all the wrestling he did last year and when he had that run, I think they could have done with resting him longer. Whether like the ratings have been down and stuff like that, so whether they're bringing him back because they feel like they have to, whether it's like a panic move, but I don't know like what type of angle they could have got to bring him back, but I think it's a bit too soon, really. I don't think we were that desperate for him yet,
It kind of mirrors like that time when he dusted out with the title and he only was gone for like 3 weeks. Like
exactly, but they spoiled that run as well,
Yeah.
Because he could have been off and he could have been doing all types of stuff, just like cutting promos or just like invading Raw. Because he did that angle where he was at Comic-Con and Triple H did, and that was so good, And he could have just been going on to all these different shows, like
UFC and stuff.
Yeah, just like Regis and Kathy Lee, or Ellen DeGeneres or whatever, just going on all these shows, all these American shows, and just dissing people and calling them out. And they did one spot, it lasted 1 week, and that was it. And I don't think they wasted that, but they always waste it.
No patience.
No.
Exactly. It's like they're trying to rush the shit. Like the more longer he's out for, the more people want him back, and that's what you want. That is what you want. But like you said, they may not have been able to pass up on Chicago. Okay, well, we're going to go on to segment 9, which was the Bellas versus Natayla and Kaitlyn. Ain't nobody got time for that. E2J, does the ending have a meaning behind it? The way that Kaitlyn speared Natayla. Is something going to happen out of this?
I just hope something happens with Natayla. Like, Natalia's good as a heel, though. I mean, yeah, like, she's with like Khali at the moment and everything, and she's all happy in that. But I think she's good as a heel, especially when she was with the Hart Dynasty. She's the best wrestler WWE got at the moment. She's like phenomenal in ring. If you see Natayla wrestle, what are they doing? Not putting the title on her? Like, I don't know what it is. She's phenomenal in the ring. Something might come out of this. I don't know. The Bellas, though, for me, they're just playing heel like proper evil, just bitches, man, and it's working. Yeah. So I think the Bellas are doing it for me just because they're doing their ring psychology well. But yeah, like when it comes to Natayla, like same with like Beth Phoenix towards the end before she left, I was just getting fed up of like women who can't wrestle beating wrestlers. And Natayla can definitely wrestle. She can definitely go a lot better. Kaitlyn's getting better, and some of these people are getting better. But why ain't Natayla getting quality matches to put on? It's the eye candy thing, isn't it?
Yeah. It's definitely eye candy thing. But it might change once these NXT girls come up. It might change. I hope it changes because they'll have more technical things, and hopefully it will go back to the way it used to be.
I want to see Natayla fucking bring back the women's title bring back, and then obviously you could have like a unification or whatever of the divas.
Yeah.
But you could have there's some storyline there. Obviously, she could have it like Zack Ryder had the internet title. Do you know what I mean? She don't even have to have matches with it, but she can be going around backstage saying, "Look, forget the divas title. Look, I'm a wrestler." Or, well, obviously they don't like that word, but she could be, "Look, this is the women's title."
This could be the storyline on NXT this week. They've just Stephanie McMahon just announced that the divas, the NXT Women's Championship is coming, and someone's gonna win that, and it's a ready-made storyline. The NXT Women's Champion, hopefully Paige, comes up saying, "Look, I'm a woman. I'm the NXT Women's Champion, and I'm coming to take out the divas standard." You know what I mean? We already know Paige is that anti-diva. She got her anti-diva army. Just come true and deal with them. I would love to see that. So hopefully that's what they have for the future. Okay, so segment 10, the Bray Wyatt family promo.
Hey, you want to see something really scary? We live in a world where society has poisoned the souls of men. It hovers over them like a dark cloud, and they can't do anything about it, because they're just the regular, everyday working class. People like me. They get down on their hands and knees, and they whisper these little lies and secrets into their ears. But I have a secret of my own. And what are you gonna do when they decide it's time?
We are the ones.
When they start to walk upright.
Ones you've been told about. And we are walking upright.
What are you gonna do? Well, I know what you're gonna do.
Run.
You're gonna tell them
we're coming.
Run.
Send us someone. Just don't send anyone you want back.
Witness the new face of fear.
And everywhere that Mary went, the lamb was sure to go. We're coming.
Now,
Oh my days.
Shugs, I'm
Yes.
giving this to you, Bled. Run with it.
All right, so we've been waiting for this for a long time. Did you know what this reminds me of? This reminds me of when I was waiting for Star Wars Episode 1 trailer. And I remember in the cinema, and that LucasArts logo just come up on the screen, and I was just started marking out. But I just hope they don't turn it into Jar Jar Binks. But it doesn't look like they're going to do that, because they were coming up with just that same theme tune, his same song, and he was doing his preaching, and they were showing the videos, and it just looked like the way it was cut was good, and they got a new bit in where they're wearing the masks, and then the family was speaking as well, and I think it just looks perfect. So it just looks like they're just actually bringing the whole NXT gimmick, and they're just going to bring it to Raw. So hopefully they're going to debut the next night after Payback, and it'll be great. But as soon as I seen it, I was just happy. That was it. That made the show for me. Whatever happened on the show was irrelevant after that, because that was it. Bray Wyatt, he's going to be on Raw.
Yeah.
I mean, we've been waiting a long time for this, because we thought he was going to debut the next night after WrestleMania, and then we thought he was going to debut again, and it just haven't been happening.
Yeah.
So to finally get something, to finally just see him on Raw, was great.
Yeah,
And the internet just blew up as well. People who didn't know about him were asking what was this? This is the best promo I've seen in ages. And all the people who've been waiting, all the marks out there like us, were just that was it. That's what we wanted. Just take him from NXT and put him straight on Raw. Exactly. Don't change anything. Don't do anything to it. Just put him on Raw. Take his rocking chair, and that's it.
I love the fact that the family's coming. I just love the fact, because they've taken their time with Luke Harper. I mean, they didn't really need to take their time with Luke Harper, aka Brody Lee, because he's already, they know what he can do. It was all about Eric Warren, because he was a new guy, and they needed to see what he can do. And they are now the NXT tag team champions. They've been doing their thing. They work well together, and the whole family is coming up. I cannot wait. I honestly cannot wait because these guys know what they're doing. The gimmick is sick. The gimmick can go so much different ways. And remember, we were calling out for little video packages, little video promos, little backstage promos out here, there, and everywhere in the, you know, in the Outback. They need to do that again. Live outside promos, like they're gonna like kidnap someone or I'm trying to convert someone out on the street, just something different. Like fuck, keep going in the arena and shit. Like we know wrestling's bigger than the arena, so let's just go out and do something different. E2J, what should their first storyline be? What kind of thing should they do?
Oh, man, I don't know, but I think they need to go slow with it. They need to go slow with it. Not slow as in like they're not getting airtime, but just slow within teasing in ring feuds and stuff like that. I think they need to be in there and mix it up a bit. It's kind of an edgy storyline. I don't know if the kids are going to get it, but I mean there's a mask that they can sell for merchandise, I suppose. So hey, you can make that PG. I don't know, but yeah, I honestly don't know with this. But I've got friends that they watch wrestling, but obviously they didn't know this was coming. And they ain't into it, like, oh, who's this? Do you know what I mean? That sort of thing. But I showed them the promo. They're already fans of the Shield. They're like, oh, what is this going on? Do you know what I mean? Who's this? Showed them this promo, and it's like, I can't wait for this. So just need to see more. So, I mean, it's I don't know where they're going to go with this. Obviously, with the PG thing, I don't want to keep saying about that, but it's just too good. It's just too good. All of it's too good. I just think whoever they work with is going to be good, man. I really think whoever they work with is going to be good. That, like, yeah, the big things to look forward to in the future. This could be a new era taking off now.
This could be like this guy could be like the next big heel, the next best gimmick since the Undertaker. He could be everything. They just got to do it. Just got to do it right. And I hope they have got the right writers and creative to do that.
If we look at it, so like these come up. So that's like 3 new guys. You got 3 new guys in the Shield. You got Daniel Bryan.
Gang Wars.
You got right at the top, and then we've got people like Cody Rhodes, and you've got Damian Sandow, and we've got all these people. But then these are the people who need to be at the top of the show. These are the people who need to be like involved in all our storylines, you know. But we're still getting too much Sheamus shoved in our throat. We're still getting too much Cena shoved in our throat. We're still getting too much Miz. Like, we don't care about the Miz. I want fucking Damian Sandow to be where the Miz is. You know? Sandow is one of the best talkers, wrestlers, whatever, on the show. You know? Sandow should be getting the push the Miz is. You know? People like that, you know? So I want him to push Bray Wyatt because we've seen him just from like the very first, like when they changed and he was no more Husky Harris. And I remember Kinney saying to me, Shugs, you need to see his new gimmick. And he was doing his little thing in NXT, not even on NXT, it was just like on a house show.
FCW, house show, all of it.
FCW, before they changed to the new NXT. So that's how long we've been waiting for this one guy to come up, you know? But
it's been a long time.
Yeah, I just hope they just don't balls it up. Just as long as he like debuts the night after Payback, and he doesn't even have to be coming in doing anything. He can just be preaching, coming out, preach and go for a couple of weeks, 4 or 5 weeks before they even bother having beef with somebody, you know? And I just don't want them to start coming out and just busting up Zack Ryder. I don't want them doing that. They need to be like the Shield. The Shield didn't bother busting up Zack Ryder. They went for Cena, you know?
They went straight to the top.
Straight in at the top. Yeah. Because that's how people know you're serious. Curtis Axel had 2 matches, Triple H and John Cena. So if these come in and they're beating up Zack Ryder or they're kidnapping Kofi Kingston or R-Truth, then that's not right. They need to be up there, you know?
They need to be billed as like unstoppable.
Yeah, they need to just be billed as like, these guys are fucked up, you know? Don't trouble them, you know?
Yeah.
Don't send anybody that you want back.
Exactly. We're here. We're walking off our feet.
Don't send anybody you don't want back. Listen, I'm just going to give a quick shout out to my boy Andrew Pembroke. We were talking about this earlier, and he reckons that the Wyatt family will be the first to deal with the Shield. That's what he reckons. So I'm going to give him a quick shout out, Andrew Pembroke, but we'll just have to see whether that happens or not.
That'd be too messed up. I don't even know whether I want that. I don't think they should like collide. They got
But
no,
they could
they got
they're
no,
separate.
eventually.
they got no reason to trouble each other.
Yeah, they should tease it. They should tease it,
Down
but
the
don't
line,
do it.
down the line, I think
Yeah.
it could work. But I think let them go their own ways. But then, imagine that would be a super matchup. That would be a super matchup down the line. Just think of that.
Just have them
like,
standing off in the ring, just a standoff.
Yeah.
Just walk past each other, look each other in the face, like what? Just like just something like a little tease, nothing big, but just a tease,
Or if you had someone leaving the Shield leaving the ring or something when these guys were out, something like that. Just a little tease. But yeah, you're right. Down the line has to be done right.
Okay, guys. Bray Wyatt is a hot topic, and I'm sure if WWE do it wrong, boy, WWE, we got something for you. We got something for you. I'm not even gonna say the rest. Right, segment 11. We got the the Celtic Vipers versus the Rhode Scholars. Shugs, what did you think of the match? Please go in on Sheamus on this, please.
I thought it was a good match, you know, and I'm glad they just didn't go in and just squash Rhode Scholars, and they actually got some offense. And this is what makes it so disappointing for me, that Sheamus and Randy Orton get to always go over on people like Cody Rhodes and Sandow, because they're like established stars, and like they know that Sandow and Rhodes will have a good match against anyone, and they know how good they are, so they just get to win all the time, and it just pisses me off. I'm sick of Sheamus. I am sick to death of Sheamus. He is just a twat. He's just a twat. That's it. You know? And on SmackDown, he comes out again, and he's just a dick. He gets on my nerves. And Sandow is just like, brains always win against brawns, and he's always going to resort to violence, just like I knew he would. And he's right, because that's what he does. He gets outsmarted, so I'll kick you in the face.
He's like that bully at school that don't know shit.
Yeah, he is. He's just like a big ginger bully. I hate him. I hate Sheamus. And I'm starting to hate Randy Orton as well. And I used to love Randy Orton, and I'm starting to hate him as well.
Like, look, this perfectly goes into what we've been talking about for weeks, and the little dilemma we had last week. Did anyone think of any ways to turn Orton heel? Because I'm wrecking my brain, and I cannot get to it. And I still don't know.
No.
He needs to punt Cena.
Like what?
Mate, that makes him a bigger face, mate. It can't be anything to do with Cena. It needs to be somebody the crowd loves. So maybe it needs to be like a legend or someone like that. Someone he's gonna get heat from. Yeah. Because everyone on the roster, if he turns on Sheamus, everyone cheers. If he beats up Cena, everyone cheers. Maybe if CM Punk was a face and he punted CM Punk, maybe he would turn heel then.
Hornswoggle, like I said last week. Hornswoggle.
Mate, no one cares about Hornswoggle, mate.
Oh, no one cares about Hornswoggle.
Just throw him. Put him in.
All right. What about if he punts his dad? What? Then what?
Mate, no one cares about Cowboy Bob Orton. Jesus Christ, man.
Oh my God. Oh, but you're right with a legend. He needs to punt a legend.
Maybe Mick Foley.
Oh, but he's done that already.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, what about if he punts The Rock?
No one cares.
Yeah, because we said about Rock Orton, man, and that's what I want to see. Like these matchups that are just like, it's not just what we've seen before. Do you know
We're
what I
not
mean?
going to see The Rock wrestle ever again.
All right. What if he punched Jerry Lawler?
Maybe Jerry Lawler. Yeah.
Yeah. Then we'll get okay.
But yeah, The Rock ain't wrestling again. He's making too much money for too many people. He ain't wrestling anymore.
Yeah, and plus he's the hench prince. He's the hench prince. So he ain't doing shit but getting hench. All right, segment 12. Cena versus Curtis Axel, a.k.a. Michael McGillicuddy, a.k.a. Mr. Perfect, a.k.a. Larry the Axe Hennig. Guys, Shugs, with Triple H, last week, and then Cena this week, does this do anything for Axel?
Yeah, I thought this was a good match. He looked quite strong. He was getting most of the offense in, and at least we could tell him apart unlike when he fought Triple H and they had the exact same fucking shorts on or whatever they had, panties. Yeah, so I thought this was good. I thought he looked better this week than he did last week against Triple H. And obviously, he's a good wrestler, so that's not what they need to worry about. His in-ring stuff is the least of their concern. It's the angles they're going to get to push him and make him a heel, which they need to fix up on. So whether the second count-out win in a row on Raw was the best way to do it, I don't know. So I just think he needs to be just like effing people up, you know? Doing some dirty stuff. You know, if he's going to fight Cena, don't have Ryback come out in an ambulance and then attack Cena from behind. Have Curtis Axel, you know, do something, and then Ryback comes out and, like, picks on the bones, like, you know?
See, you just said it perfectly. You just said it perfectly.
So, agree with that, man. Agree with all of that.
So, like, so when he went to check on the ambulance, why didn't Curtis Axel follow him, bust his head into the ambulance, Cena's on the floor, and Ryback comes out, and Axel just, like, looks at Ryback and just, like, walks off, you know? And then Ryback runs over Cena in the ambulance, and Cena never wrestles again.
Oh, that would be brilliant. Sorry, E2J, go on.
No, I was just gonna say, like, I agreed with all that. You covered what I was gonna say anyway. Then I was gonna chip in, but yeah, no, I agree with that. Like, booking wise, I thought it was a bit silly to leave him out of it. Like they did this with Del Rio, they did it with Sheamus as well in the past. Obviously you get your wins by like count outs and DQs and things like that, but you never actually get a win over like a solid win or establish as like a beast or like being that vicious guy that you like. Obviously the fans don't like that vicious heel.
Man,
I want to see him getting like wins, like legit wins and stuff. You know what I mean? To go with his character rather than just being like dirty and then just everyone's gonna forget about him. Do you know what I mean? There needs to be a bit more to it than that.
But this is what happens. They make everyone that faces Cena, they make them look like a pum. It happens, except for Brock Lesnar and what's it called, and CM Punk. But they just make them look like an absolute pum, and I hate it. I hate it because, like I said before, Brock Lesnar, just deal with him. You know what I'm saying? They just need to just be dealing with this guy. Ryback, he was dealing with guys, and then all of a sudden they made him look like a pum. Made him run away. Just deal with Cena. You're right there, though, Shugs. They just need to make Curtis Axel just deal with him. Just fuck him up, and then all of a sudden Ryback comes out and just gives this deal to him again. But guys, from now on, end of Raw, what we're going to do is I want to get Raw out of 10 from both of you guys. So, E2J, out of 10, how did you score Raw?
Oh, I can't knock it. See, I've got to rate Hell No versus the Shield, and I've got to rate Ambrose against Kofi. For the in-ring wrestling, I'm gonna give it a 7.
Okay. Shugs, your rating out of 10 for Raw this week?
I'm just looking through the segments, and I agree with E2J, but that's like 2 matches out of a lot of matches, so I'm going to go with like a 6, maybe.
Okay, there you go. All right, guys, that's the end of Raw. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go into Smackdown in 60 seconds. Roll with it, Shugs.
Alright, so, Smackdown in 60 seconds. Start off, Seth Rollins against Kane. Good match. Rollins is looking good. Plenty of offense. Daniel Bryan cost Kane bit of interference, and Kane wins. So second match straight after that is Reigns against Daniel Bryan. And then this time, Kane hits Reigns and causes Daniel Bryan a win. So a bit more beef between those two. Next, we get Damien Sandow suited up in the ring, shooting on the crowd, talking about Wayne Gretzky. But we get a twat alert, and Sheamus comes out, and he just gets ripped by Damien Sandow. Does a little find the ball underneath the cup, and obviously he cheats, and Sheamus calls him out. So, and this week Sheamus gets the bro kick in. So, yeah, thank you, Sheamus. Sin Cara against McGillicuddy, and McGillicuddy wins with a perfect plex. No Sin Cara lighting, so that's one good thing. Next one, ADR against Big E. So this time AJ helps Big E to win with an eye rake on Del Rio, and then into the ring post for the big ending, and they're still pushing Big E on commentary, saying about how he has just beat the #1 contender. So next one, Kofi against Ryback. This is just horrible. Kofi starts off looking like he's going to win, plenty of offense, but then shell shock, 1, 2, 3, Ryback wins, gets a table, Kofi goes through it, the crowd asks for another table, Kofi goes through that, crowd asks for another table, and Kofi goes through that. So 3 tables for Kofi, and then we know that he's going to be out for a while, selling these injuries. Chris Jericho backstage with Renee Young does the normal Chris Jericho rhymes and just shoots on everyone, and then he has a match with Cody Rhodes. Good match. Cody looks as good as ever, but obviously we know he's going to lose, and he's going to make everyone else look good. And then the last match, Orton against Ambrose, Shield interference, and then it's Shield versus Hell No and Orton, and then as usual we get a Shield win and fade to black.
Okay, sounds like a very interesting Smackdown. I gotta go and watch that. Okay, guys, you know what time it is, the best segment of all, and you're about to get stunned because it's time for Sugs Stunners.
Alright, so Jobber of the Week. Well, the Jobber of the Week is actually going to be actually Natayla, because it's her birthday and she just got bust up, and then she just although she had Happy Birthday sung to her twice, the Bellas were just singing Happy Birthday and they were just ripping. So in your hometown you still can't get a win and you're just getting dissed on your birthday, so she's just like jobbing out all over the place. The move of the week is going to have to be putting Kofi through a table, not once, not twice, but 3 times. So Kofi just got dealt with. And then my wrestler of the week. This is going to be a hard one. Wrestler of the week. Alright, so I think my wrestler of the week is going to be Big E. Because although he lost on Raw and he won on SmackDown, he's still getting pushed and he's still looking like, you know, he's the next big thing on these 2 shows, and he's still just, he's overly hench. This is a big guy, you know, Big E is a big guy, and once he takes off them straps and he gets out them titties, I'm just like, hey, Big E, the E is for the cup size, because he's dealing with some big tig old bitties. That's what he's got, some tig old bitties. So that's it. Wrestler of the week, Big E Lanston.
Big up Big E.
Big
man.
up.
I like the way man is putting the, you know, Lion of Judah on his chest. Get me, Rastafari.
Mate.
Like that. Rastafari like that.
I know you be like loving that.
Okay, guys. So here it is. It's the first Sunday of the month, which means it's time for the Beat the Clock trivia. It's Beat the Clock trivia 2, people, and it's Kenny Killer versus the Goddamn Sugar Shugs, with Mr. E2J being the quiz master. So,
I'm looking forward to this.
Hey, I'm handing this over to you, E2J. It's your time, son. Deal with it.
Kenny's killer questions, not this time. It's my questions this time. Gonna have a bit of fun with this, because the pressure got to me horribly last time. So hopefully, I'm hoping you two just feel that pressure, feel that heat.
There we go. Here we go. I'm ready, man. God damn it.
Let me get it.
Why am I so short?
Okay, let's start this. Now, Shawn Michaels' real name.
Sean Heckenbottom.
Correct.
Michael Heckenbottom. Yeah.
Oh, wait there. What is it? Sean Heckenbottom or Michael Heckenbottom?
Michael Sean Heckenbottom.
Alright.
There you go.
Doing the happy dance? Doing the happy dance?
What was the name Rick Model called his fragrance?
Arrogance.
Correct. Who was the first person to go through the Spanish announce table?
Sabio Vega.
Can't take that answer.
You're always so stupid. Did you take lessons?
I took lessons. Who did Lita originally accompany to the ring?
Ese Rios.
Correct. Undertaker beat Jimmy Snuka at WrestleMania debut. Which WrestleMania was it?
7.
Correct.
What are you looking at, butthead?
Who made the WWE debut wrestling Kurt Angle on SmackDown?
Taz.
Not only did we embarrass Marky Mark, we let down the Funky Bunch.
Who was the special enforcer for the main event at 1994 Survivor Series?
1994 Survivor Series.
Yeah.
Chuck Norris.
Oh, correct. And he gets it.
Thank you, Chuck Norris.
Don't ramp with the killer. Don't ramp with the killer.
You ready, Shugs?
I'm ready.
Okay. Here we go. What is the Undertaker's real name?
Oh, no. I know this. Mark. No. Pass.
I just can't do it, Captain. I don't have the power.
Who won the first Royal Rumble?
Hacksaw Jim Duggan.
Correct.
Winner, winner, chicken dinner.
During his feud with Steve Austin, Owen Hart wore an Owen 316 shirt. What did it say on the back?
I just broke your neck.
Correct.
Wow. That's pretty racist, but correct.
Who beat the previously undefeated Kurt Angle at the Royal Rumble 2000?
Taz.
Correct.
Yes.
The celebration begins. Show tell them every it is.
Who was the first WWE Women's Champion?
The Fabulous Moolah.
Correct.
Yes.
I am smart. S-M-R-T. I mean S-M-A-R.
Who holds the record for most Royal Rumble wins?
Steve Austin.
Correct.
No, I'm bad, baby. I rip your lips off and kiss my ass with them shits. I seen him do it. I do that. That's how I get down, baby.
Who was the Ultimate Warrior's opponent at WrestleMania 12?
Hulk Hogan.
That's it. Time up.
Ah.
That was fun being on the other side this time. Oh, man. It's going to come down to it's 5 apiece. Okay. How many times has the Lions Den made an appearance in WWE?
3.
2.
Come on, man.
That was it. 3, I said.
2.
And he said 2.
No.
4.
Correct. Correct.
That is shit. 3.
Name
Come
them.
on.
Wait.
Listen. You got both you got Steve Blackman and Shamrock.
Yeah.
You got
Owen
and Shamrock twice. There was a rematch.
Twice?
Yeah, there was the rematch with Dan Severn as the ref. And then there was Shamrock and Vince when Vince was in there and Shamrock was trying to break in.
Okay. All right.
So
Well, Kenny Killer wins it on a tie.
Any controversy on this? Don't take it out on me. This is Killer Kinney's questions.
All right.
Send him the man.
Listen. Shugs has already got one game down. He's already got one game down.
I wanted to be undefeated. I wanted to have like a Goldberg type run where I'm just squashing everyone.
Man,
man's flattening fools.
I had 2 nice questions for at the end.
Save those for your next term, player.
I am. I'm saving them.
Whoa. Listen, it's a month away, so the next one, Beat the Clock Trivia 3, is going to be Kitty Killer versus E2J, Clash of the Titans. And Shugs is going to be doing the questions. This is going to be sick, because I know Shugs is going to go in. Shugs is not happy. He's not happy. And he's
I'm hoping you both get notes, so that means I'll win by default.
I love it. All right, guys. Well, this is the end of the podcast. As always, follow us on Twitter. It's at Sunday Segue. Segue spelled S-E-G-U-E. Please email us at sundaysegue@gmail.com. Listen to all our old episodes on Podomatic, YouTube, Double Twist Player. Please download that. As always, I got to thank the guys. Oh, my God. #TechGuy. The girl them Sugar Shugs.
It's a pleasure. It is a pleasure.
And don't you ever forget the human highlight reel himself, Quizmaster #1, E2J.
Pleasure as always, guys.
And as I always do, this week, in the words of Bret the Hitman Hart, I am the best there is, the best there was, and the best there ever will be. Now choke on that, slap nuts. All right, guys. Peace out. Peace out.
Peace.